Good morning, friends. We are going to discuss the case of human rights. So, the problem is like that. The state government evicted the tribal people in order to construct a hydropower station for which land acquisition was necessary. So, the tribal organization people contacted the advocate for to contest the eviction on the ground that it is violating their fundamental rights. This is the point for discussion. Right, straight away we can go to the case of Narmada Bachao Andolan versus Union of India 2000. Yesterday what we discussed, right? So please remember, definitely there are rights for the people. Whenever you are discussing about this human rights, normally we will touch upon the Article 21. That is right to know the state should protect the life and liberty of each and individual except as per the procedure established by law. This is the basic Article 21. And please remember, as far as the tribals are concerned, definitely they are having more rights. Definitely, Article 366 of the Constitution of India. So, basing on Article 342, actually the Constitution of India says who can be divided as scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Article 366 declares what type of people are declared as the scheduled tribe people. And please remember, normally they stay in rural areas and actually very areas, and their ethnicity should be respected, and the tribals have got a right over the forest land which they cultivate, Podu cultivation you may be knowing. So which they cultivate, they have got it, and nobody, no others should purchase that land. The land enjoyed by them should not be purchased by the other. This is invoked in Article 19, Clause 5 of the Constitution of India. And please remember, Article 15 says there should be no discrimination to the tribals basing on the sex, race, caste consideration, all these things. Actually, this is based on the International Labour Law, ILO Convention, that is also there. So, please remember, now ILO Convention will take later. So, these are the rights of the tribals, definitely. So, there is no mention that they should not be evicted. Of course, entire land belongs to the government, and if they want to alienate the land, definitely they can evict you. You can't do anything. But for the purpose of good, public purpose should be explained. Here the point is, so Narmada river, it flows from Madhya Pradesh to Gujarat, right? So in a place called Navagam, the commission, the government at the time, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru went and he laid the foundation for that Narmada Sardar Sarovar Dam. Ultimately, there were so many Andolans by Medha Patkar, Baba Amte, so many people against the Sarovar Dam. So they have mainly focused on the environmental point. That's why ILO 17, it discusses about the environmental law. So the tribals, actually, they should not be evicted. But the principles of international law should also apply. Right? So, there will be definitely removal of, that is cutting or chopping of the forest area. Definitely it creates hazard to the entire environmental protection. They have fought on that point. Now so many, it's we can call it as the Gandhian movement of the present days. Gandhian movement of the present days. It is Narmada Bachao Andolan. Right now, the discussion point for discussion is the state government wanted to construct a hydropower plant. Normally, if you go to Nagarjuna Sagar or Srisalam, yes, definitely the dam will be there. It will be used for irrigation purpose. Nearby, the hydroelectric power station will be there. Even Nagarjuna Sagar, every place will be like this. So they wanted to construct a dam as well as the hydropower plant. So definitely for this, the land acquisition is necessary. They have to acquire some land, maybe a forest land, maybe a tribal land, whatever land it is, definitely it is necessary. So actually this area, the land is inhabited by tribals. So definitely the government have issued orders for the vacation or eviction of the tribals, and they were evicted also. At that particular point of time, they came to you as an advocate, and they wanted that the eviction is against the fundamental rights, against the human rights, because their right to life and livelihood they have gone. Because once they are evicted, they are there, they are going to the forest, they are getting the forest produce, they are selling to the middlemen. Of course, the middlemen are becoming rich, and these people are like that only. Anyway, so they will not have anything to eke out. They cannot make both their end meets if they are evicted from that place. So this is what we have to discuss. There are 2 points, particularly number 1 is rights of the tribals. Rights of the tribals already I told you. Now as regards the eviction. Alright, so can they evict 100%? But as regards the hydropower plant, we have to discuss. Right, so definitely for when we are doing something good, normally some people will be affected, and the only alternative is they have to be compensated. Because here in this connection, different types of compensation have been given. I came to know that some people they were given cash, and the tribals, they spend most of the money for their arak thing. They have lost it. So some people who are given some land, they become beneficial. Anyway, lot of complications were also there. Right? Please remember, Sardar Sarovar Dam is the prime project. The aim of the project is to provide irrigation and electricity to the people of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, and also Maharashtra. Right? Of course, basing on this, the people, so many people, Medha Patkar and Baba Amte, so many people have come into light and they have campaigned. So they have campaigned in the way of filing public interest litigations in the court. They have gone for hunger strikes. They have taken rallies, and also they gathered support from the national personalities also. So it is the longest living Gandhian movement. Yes. And actually, during that time, the World Bank president, he visited Bombay. World Bank President Medha Patkar, yes, Mr. Priston. He visited Bombay. At that time, Medha Patkar and others, they wanted to meet him. Of course, he could not, because he was preoccupied with the programs, he could not meet them. He sent his assistant, and these people refused the same. Ultimately, due to the agitation, the 450 billions of grant or the loan given by the World Bank was taken back, and they have retreated also. Right? So, this... and they have filed Narmada, Bachao, Andolan. They have filed a number of petitions, writ petitions, raising issues like relief, rehabilitation of the villages. So instead of giving facilities, they are giving cash, which is not liked by the Medha Patkar and others. Of course, they already told you, if the people take the money normally, they will go to the arak shop and send it away. Of course, 499 petitions have been filed in this connection. We have writ petitions, we have cases, all these things. Anyway, Supreme Court set up a separate bench, and they have decided the issue. Right, in this case, what the Supreme Court said we have to know. The Supreme Court stated that around 5,000 families they have been affected with this. Different types of affection will be there, but the tribals and other persons replacement would not result in the violation of human rights. That means they should be evicted only following or taking into consideration of their human rights. What are the rights? Right to life and liberty. They should be shown the alternative side, and they should be shown the way as a means of livelihood also. That is the meaning of the replacement would not result in the violation of human rights. Simply throwing them away to some other place and say that yes, you have to stay, it will not serve the purpose. Right? Second point, their rehabilitation would be better than what they were now in the new features. That means the rehabilitation should be like that. It should be better. It should not be lesser than. Now, presently, they are enjoying a certain state of livelihood. So, after rehabilitation, it should be beneficial. It should be good for them. Number 3, the rehabilitation sites should have more amenities. That is health, environment, then sanitation. All these things the government has to look after. And that means the tribals will be evicted from that place and they will be kept to some other place. That means the intention, or the last point is the gradual assimilation into the mainstream society for betterment and their progress. Normally, due to the ethnic conditions, they don't want to come out of the forest. They don't want to join the mainstream. But with this displacement or with this rehabilitation, the government should see that they slowly merge into the mainstream. And here the Supreme Court take into consideration the ILO, International Labour Organization 107, and principles of the International Environment Law also, right? So here also the Supreme Court commented that please remember these tribals, they are being cheated by, they are being looted by the middlemen, and it also should be stopped. So with these things the Supreme Court gave the decision, and a very good decision, particularly whenever such problems like displacement of people for power plants or dams, definitely Narmada, Bachao, Andolan versus Union of India 2000 case will be the landmark case. Thank you.